Have you ever brushed off swollen ankles after a long day, blamed feeling tired on getting older, or noticed you needed to use the bathroom more often at night without giving it much thought? Many people do. But what if these everyday changes were your body's quiet way of asking for help? One of the most surprising things about kidney disease is that it often develops silently. Your kidneys can lose a large amount of their function before obvious symptoms appear. By the time many people realize something is wrong, the damage may already be significant. That's why understanding the early warning signs could make a real difference. Today, we're talking about the hidden kidney damage signs that many adults miss until it's too late. Some of these symptoms may seem harmless on their own, but together they can tell an important story about your health. And be sure to stay with us until the end, because one of the most overlooked warning signs isn't painful at all, yet it's one that doctors often take seriously. Your kidneys may not get much attention, but they work around the clock. These two bean-shaped organs filter waste and extra fluid from your blood, help control blood pressure, balance important minerals, and even support healthy red blood cell production. Every single day, they quietly keep your body in balance. As we grow older, our kidneys naturally become a little less efficient. That's a normal part of aging. However, conditions like high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, smoking, excess weight, and even some medications can speed up kidney damage without causing noticeable pain. The good news is that when kidney problems are found early, there are often ways to slow or even prevent further damage. That's why paying attention to subtle changes matters so much. Let's begin with one of the most common warning signs: feeling unusually tired. We all expect to have less energy now and then, but if you're getting enough sleep and still feel exhausted most days, your kidneys may deserve a closer look. Healthy kidneys help your body produce a hormone that tells your bone marrow to make red blood cells. These cells carry oxygen throughout your body. When damaged kidneys produce less of this hormone, you may develop anemia, which means you don't have enough healthy red blood cells. Less oxygen reaches your muscles and brain, leaving you feeling weak, tired, and less able to concentrate. Many people simply assume this is part of getting older. While aging can affect energy levels, ongoing fatigue should never be ignored, especially if it's new or getting worse. And speaking of changes that are easy to overlook, the next sign often shows up in the bathroom long before people think about their kidneys: changes in urination. Your kidneys make urine, so changes in bathroom habits can be one of the earliest clues that something isn't right. You may notice you're getting up several times during the night to urinate. Maybe your urine looks unusually foamy, darker than usual, or you notice traces of blood. Some people produce much less urine than normal, while others suddenly urinate much more often. Foamy urine can sometimes mean protein is leaking into the urine. Normally, healthy kidneys keep protein in your bloodstream. When the filters become damaged, protein can escape into the urine instead. Of course, many conditions besides kidney disease can affect urination. That's why it's important not to jump to conclusions. But if these changes continue for several days or keep happening, it's a good reason to speak with your healthcare provider. And there's another warning sign that many people blame on warm weather or standing too long: swelling in the feet, ankles, or around the eyes. Have you ever taken off your socks and noticed deep marks around your ankles? Or perhaps your shoes suddenly feel tighter than usual? When kidneys aren't filtering properly, extra salt and fluid can build up in your body. This fluid often settles in the lower legs, ankles, feet, or even around the eyes, especially in the morning. Occasional swelling after a long trip or a hot day isn't unusual, but swelling that happens often, keeps returning, or gets worse deserves medical attention. What's interesting is that this sign often appears alongside another symptom that people rarely connect to kidney health, and that's coming up next: persistent itching. Dry, itchy skin is often blamed on weather or aging skin, but severe or ongoing itching throughout the body can sometimes be linked to advanced kidney problems. When kidneys can't remove waste products effectively, these substances may build up in the blood. Changes in mineral balance can also contribute to itchy skin. If lotions don't seem to help and the itching continues without an obvious cause, it's worth mentioning to your healthcare provider, especially if you have diabetes or high blood pressure. Now, here's a warning sign that surprises many people because it doesn't seem related to the kidneys at all: loss of appetite and nausea. As waste products build up in the bloodstream, they can affect the digestive system. Some people begin eating less because food simply doesn't taste the same. Others feel nauseated or develop an unusual metallic taste in their mouth. Over time, this may lead to unplanned weight loss. It's easy to blame these changes on aging, stress, or another illness, but when appetite changes continue for weeks without explanation, they shouldn't be ignored. In just a moment, we'll cover one of the most important signs because it often hides behind something millions of people already have: high blood pressure. Many people know that high blood pressure can damage the kidneys, but fewer realize that damaged kidneys can also make blood pressure worse. This creates a harmful cycle. High blood pressure injures the tiny blood vessels inside the kidneys. As kidney function declines, controlling blood pressure becomes even harder. That's why doctors often recommend regular blood pressure checks, especially after age 55. If your blood pressure stays high despite taking medication or following your treatment plan, your healthcare provider may want to evaluate your kidney function with simple blood and urine tests. Now, let's talk about a symptom that can quietly affect your daily life without seeming serious at first: muscle cramps. Painful leg cramps, especially at night, may sometimes be related to kidney problems. Healthy kidneys help maintain the right balance of minerals like calcium, potassium, and sodium. When these minerals become unbalanced, muscles may cramp more easily. Of course, dehydration, certain medications, and other medical conditions can also cause cramps. But frequent cramps, combined with other symptoms we've discussed, deserve further evaluation. Another overlooked warning sign affects your ability to think clearly: difficulty concentrating. Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why? Everyone experiences occasional forgetfulness, but when kidney disease progresses, anemia and waste buildup may reduce the oxygen and nutrients reaching the brain. Some people describe feeling mentally foggy, having trouble focusing, or becoming forgetful more often. Again, these symptoms have many possible causes, but when they appear alongside fatigue, swelling, or changes in urination, they become more meaningful. Here's something that often surprises people. One of the biggest risk factors for kidney disease doesn't cause symptoms at all. Diabetes and high blood pressure can silently damage the kidneys for years before you notice anything unusual. That's why regular checkups matter so much, even when you feel perfectly healthy. Simple blood tests can measure how well your kidneys filter waste. A urine test can detect protein leaking from the kidneys long before symptoms become obvious. Early testing gives doctors the chance to recommend treatments and lifestyle changes that may help protect the kidney function you still have. So, what can you do to support healthy kidneys every day? Start by keeping your blood pressure and blood sugar under good control if you have hypertension or diabetes. Follow the treatment plan recommended by your healthcare provider and don't skip routine appointments. Drink enough water throughout the day unless your healthcare provider has advised you to limit fluids. Staying hydrated helps your kidneys do their job, although drinking excessive amounts of water won't cleanse your kidneys, as some myths claim. Eat a balanced diet with plenty of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean sources of protein. Limiting excess salt can help support both blood pressure and kidney health. Stay physically active in ways that fit your abilities. Even a daily walk can support overall health. Avoid smoking if you smoke, and limit alcohol according to your healthcare provider's advice. It's also important to be careful with certain over the counter pain relievers. Medicines such as ibuprofen and naproxen can affect the kidneys when used frequently or in high doses, especially in older adults or people with existing kidney disease. Always follow the label directions and talk with your healthcare provider if you need these medications regularly. And finally, never ignore symptoms simply because they seem mild. Your body often whispers before it shouts. Let's quickly review what we've covered today. Hidden kidney damage may first appear as ongoing fatigue, changes in urination, swelling in the legs or around the eyes, persistent itching, poor appetite, nausea, high blood pressure, muscle cramps, or difficulty concentrating. None of these symptoms automatically means you have kidney disease, but they are signals worth paying attention to, especially if more than one occurs or they continue over time. Remember, kidney disease often develops quietly, but early detection can make a meaningful difference. If you've noticed any of these warning signs or you have risk factors like diabetes or high blood pressure, consider discussing kidney screening with your healthcare provider. A simple blood and urine test may provide valuable answers. Thank you for spending this time with us today. We hope this information helps you feel more informed and confident about protecting your health. Before you go, we'd love to hear from you. Which of these warning signs surprised you the most? And if you're comfortable sharing, tell us your age and the country you're watching from. Your experiences may encourage someone else to pay closer attention to their health. As always, thank you for watching. Take good care of yourself, and we'll see you in the next video.